I want somebody who sees the pointlessness and still keeps their purpose in mind. I want somebody who isn't tortured so slowly. I want somebody who had to put out for me or put me out of my misery. Or maybe just put it on the word. I want somebody who never is the pointless. Still keeps the purpose in mind. I want somebody.
LinkedIn Beta, Microsoft, welcome everybody. Welcome, take a seat. Welcome to the lounge. LinkedIn, welcome. Twitter, welcome. And of course, my growing YouTube channel that I love so much. Welcome, Agile Loungers. 7 people already in the house. My goodness, isn't it amazing? We'll be with you. Oh, yes, sleep mode. Like we do in our workshop at the Agile Lounge for Business Agility, it's important to turn off your phone, and you are not allowed to record anything. So let's see our tweet. How does our tweet are doing on this beautiful Friday of November the 5th? Remember the 5th of November. The music in the background today is from Annie DiFranco, my great Annie DiFranco that I love so much. She's my musical soulmate since 1993, I will say. She's from Brooklyn, New York. Amazing song. So we are live everywhere. Welcome, everybody. And I'm very glad to be before you to talk about, again, very amazing subject. So let's lower the music now, as we are going to be in full quality of presence with you for this 42 episode. I had a lot of theme in my mind for that show, because 42, for those who like the Hitchhiker Guide from the Galaxy book from I don't remember the author, but anyways, and you probably saw the movie back in 2003 already. It's amazing. And 42 is the answer to everything, the life, the universe, what have you. But of course, at the Agile Lounge for Business Agility, we are not claiming that we have the answer to everything, life, and the universe. And today, I want to talk about what's passionate me, what saved my life, or should I say my professional life, back in the last century, becoming from CX designer and manager, skip the project manager, all the way through Scrum Master without knowing the S we were going to do together. So Scrum is hard and prescriptive, is it? So let's see, because something that always trigger me, if you ask me, it's these kind of thing here. Okay, because one of the 7 habits of highly effective people, because we're going to talk about it, we have a lot to talk about today, and Scrum, and it's part of it. So one of the 7 habits of effective people is beginning to see with the end in mind. You always see the end in mind, okay? So that's one of the 7 habits of highly effective people. So it's something I've been thinking about a lot, as my innovative program and building the book. I'm writing a book right now about the next level agility gets closer. As long as every of our ideas, my concept, my system building, everything that's going closer. So this 7 habits of highly effective people make me think a lot. So next level agility include everything we build, and business agility, which is agile to agility, above and beyond the software development in IT. Okay, so it's for everyone into the enterprise. Plus all the high performance individual and capable people, and all these decentralized ways of proposing and deliver values. So this is one of my proposed definition of what will be and what will become the next level agility that I'm co-creating, but I'm creating right now, that we also include a greater and broader, okay, it's really important at this point, a greater and broader application and agency of how to use Scrum within NLA, next level agility, to build communities, cooperate, and shared networks outside of the systems that is putting in place right now. Some call it civil agility or neo-governance or radical management or even open leadership. It's all welcome to me, these concepts, and the substantial ways of doing interaction and cooperation together. But what is really the end goal of all this, of all that we do? What's the vision behind all this work that we do and we put and we be? And how could we move onward with Scrum and business agility within this new concept, this new system of next level agility? Is Scrum too disruptive to you or for you? Are you in a mindset of progress or just a conventional, transformational kind of agent? Stay with me because we're going to talk about it right after that. Welcome, beautiful and amazing people, Agile Loungers, lover of business agility, and I hope upcoming follower, practitioner of my next level agility based on Scrum. And by the way, guys, I think we live in an amazing time where people are not awakening. No, they are not. They are not awakening. They are just getting it. And for those who don't know, I'm Alexandre Frédéric Joly, title Agile Coach for LinkedIn and the professional network, but actually I'm just me. I'm a beautiful being like you are, trying to make his way in the universe, trying to build something, to create and co-create and substantiate everything. And so I'm your coach AF. Yes, I will say that much. And I'm here to awake and agilize with me. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, because by subscribing, you help this channel growing as it is. And I would like to welcome 7 new people since last week in our YouTube growing channel. So subscribe and hit the bell. We are live every Friday for sure. You could expect smaller capsule, always in premiere, because I love interaction. Is one of the values of Agile and the agility. So I'm there with you always in the premiere, and sometimes we do other stuff, but for sure it's a weekly show, Friday Live Agile, and one of these Fridays sometimes we are recording live with or without a guest, the Dare Real Agile podcast. So and yes, please smash the like button, share this video to a random person to spark them. This will help the algorithm, especially on YouTube. And we are also welcoming all the people watching right now every week on LinkedIn Live, still in beta mode, but we learn and improve Melon app, My Studio apps to streams everywhere, Twitter and everything. And I can't wait to stream also on Telegram, because we have to preach upon what we teach, which is the centralized way. And so that's what we needed. And for those who wonder what the heck is with the bow tie, yeah, because I didn't shave myself on time. And anyways, my kind of network and people, because we are welcome November, but welcome Movember. And instead of doing the mustache, it's my 4th time I contribute to the prosthetic. Is it prosthetic in English? Anyways, to help our brothers and with this cancer of the prostate. Anyways, so I'm asking phones this month, so every day I'm wearing a bow tie. And today, of course, I chose a purple because I have a purple jacket. And for me, remember the 5th of November, the Guy Fawkes type of thing that remind me that he will agree with us that Scrum is hard and disruptive, as Ken Schwaber wrote in 2006. And I'll get back with you very shortly about it. As usual, the chat is free. You could exchange between you. I will take a moment at the end to go see your question. I will also go see your question on the hashtag Friday Live Agile everywhere. So I brought with me this book, Agile Software Development with Scrum, the red, yellow, green, blue, red, black. That was wrote by my master, Mike Beadle, and of course the co-creator and the commercializator of the Scrum system back in 1995, Ken Schwaber. So any Scrum Master and even product owner or anyone who would really like to understand the Agile software development with Scrum and even understand the early age of Scrum, because that book, my guys and my gals, this is the first book ever written in Scrum, 1997. Yes, it is. Okay, Ken Schwaber is the president of Advanced Development Methods, ADM, a company, blah, blah, blah. And what about my master, Mike Beadle, an experienced software developer, practitioner, and architect, and the founder and CEO of eArchitect Inc. So we are in a high-level type of stance in terms of technology, and this is just prior to the dot-com bubble burst and everything, because a lot of things are happening right now at the end of this 2021. And last year, they launched for celebrating the commercialization of Scrum. They say it started in 1995 in terms of software development as a project management system tool, that it's become more and more a product management system tool, because Scrum is ever and always evolving. And it's so much evolving that a lot of people are creating personal Scrum, because within the Scrum system that is totally configurable. And we're going to come back to this survey I did asking you, is it prescriptive, disruptive, or what was the other one? Restrictive. We're going to see about it. It's like all of these people who are just having opinions based on their experience, which is kind of good at the beginning, but you have to go beyond that. And I hope today we're going to learn it together as we launch together on this beautiful Friday. So I have a colleague and also kind of a coachee of the Agile Lounge that built this amazing exercise habit tracker, weekly and daily planner called 90 Day Scrum, because it's inspired by the Scrum system into the personal Scrum, actually, to achieve, the way she put it, your companion notebook to achieve short-term goals, personal transformation, and success through incremental improvement using, but she put Agile principle. That's okay. We're going to come back with a review. And I hope to have Sabine on the show also to explain by herself, because that's the thing. It's important. What we're going to see today, it's mostly every thoughts from Ken Schwaber and Mike Beadle, the first user of Scrum, as well as my friend Mukabi here, Samuel Mukabi. But I love it when people kind of outside the Agile movement, and really she's a kind of classical project manager, and she get it more than a lot of my fellow Agile coach out there, especially in Montreal. So congratulations to her. I bought it right away. I'm going to use it. Actually, I'm going to use that planner, okay, to build at least the kickoff and the start off of the book I'd like to write about my program of next level agility that I described a little bit in the intro, and that more and more we refine. And we also tested with 3 clients right now in terms of consultancy and coaching and facilitation on demand. The client love it, especially the CFO of your company. They love it because it's an open, agile, and open leadership contract, okay, where you really choose in which area, what people, what team, anything. So it could be also a team within big corporation that decide to pay one of my coach or myself to do some work. Could be some training. But remember, at the Agile Lounge workshops, it's workshops. You are doing things. You are practicing things. You are learning by practice. And no, we don't play the fuck Lego. We are playing some drawing sometimes. We are doing simulation. So if you'd like play and theater, you will be at the right place. So the bow tie again, it's not because I'm I'm a comedian. It's because I'm doing it every day of November for Movember instead of the mustache. So I choose the bow tie. So without further ado, let's go see quickly. And again, I'm amazed by like a lot of people talk about what's going on here. So I don't understand LinkedIn apparently, and I should apply a one-size-fits-all kind of recipe. That seems to work for a lot of people, but you know what? I got beautiful clients. I got beautiful business. So I'm not that into much of building that kind of communication, marketing or interactive marketing and all that bullshit that people try to sell you. You could not imagine how many spam that come into our email, and Anna and Elizabeth all filtering it, even on LinkedIn. Everyone would like to offer us SEM, SEO, and this and that. The only thing I will believe, though, is the great work of Krista Moulin and David Gaudreau here in Quebec, that I will kind of praise, to exchange, and to kind of course, I'd like to improve, and I have to tune my behavior to get better. But I'm doing it by passion. I'm not doing it for marketing, even though I kind of apply what I do into other business, such as my business, Power Communication or Power Customer Relation Management. I'm still a CX kind of guy. So of course, it's part of me. It's me. And I'm not faking it. I'm what you see is what you get. But of course, here it's an editorial. So I will tune and adapt my behavior into some kind of context and culture. But the truth will set you free. So that's the thing. So, and this survey thing, like a lot of people say, and one of the best practice of getting attention and traction into LinkedIn is to have a survey. And of course, I said, like, why not? And I tried to apply, like, a consistent schedule and everything. So I do. I'm applying the recipe to see how much it will get me. And I'm really amazed by the numbers, because every Tuesday morning, you could expect to have this survey that give you a teaser of the subject of the Friday Live Agile that we have every Friday. I remind you, 12 noon Eastern Time, 11 Central, 5 o'clock for our UK people, and 6 for Northern Africa and Europe. And so Tuesday morning, sort of, you have the survey from either my company page or the, what should I call it? The, yeah, my profile. So that's the thing again. This is what I really, really love from Microsoft LinkedIn. They don't listen to the user. They make it complicated. Like right now, I try to be quality of presence with you, and I'm struggling. And now the thing we discover with the Milan technician help is to really have the link live starting when I start in the Milan Studio application. You have to use your company site, but again, the David and Krista will tell you no. You better go with your personal profile for the video, but it doesn't work. Not with Milan app. And I'm sorry, I won't invest into another tool to please the lack of Microsoft LinkedIn integration. Okay, you got me? Thank you very much. So because that's the thing, being agile is being flexible first. So is it to me to be necessarily flexible? No, it's a give and take, guys. It's a give and take. It's very important to understand that. So anyways, applying the recipe of doing a survey, and I look at the number. I've got about 2,200 followers on my personal page and 400-ish on my LinkedIn company page of Agile Lounge. So nevertheless, I put the survey on my profile because there's more attraction and more people there. And I see it. When you look at the stats, it's about 3,604 people who view that post that include the survey, but only 3 people voted, and of course a lot of comments, but because I make it happen. So it's either a lack of interest, I would like to know, because I will do something else on this beautiful Friday, such as jogging or bicycling. I don't have to be here, and or you're just like don't get it, or I'm shadow banned because I have a loud mouth and Microsoft doesn't like my loud mouth. Who knows? But nevertheless, there's 3,000 people this week who've seen my question, is Scrum prescriptive or disruptive, with 4 choices, and 3 people voted. And those 3 people who voted, they voted this is prescriptive. So I wonder, and I won't name those who voted, but one of them I praise that guy who is part of my Scrum Alliance family, and I even ask, how do you define prescriptive? Because I'd like to know, after all the course that we had together, the learning process we had together at Scrum Alliance, and so on, I don't get why you say it's prescriptive, because sometimes people who don't understand substantion and don't understand the power of the Scrum system to build any framework, by the way, that's the thing. So stop talking to me about Spotify. Spotify is not a system. Spotify is a beautiful music company that kind of kicking a ball Apple Music back in the day. They were disruptive. They have a great marketing way. And they did it because they built a company based on Scrum, period. Like my great guys in Austin, Texas of Urban Acolyte. We built the company, startup from the ground, Scrum Flat Manage. You get it? It's a system, guys. It's a systems. If you have systems, you'll be a winner. If you have goals, you are a loser. That's it. That's the truth. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. So let's go see what Oxford Dictionary in English tell us about these three words that I choose to discuss about what is Scrum objectively. So we're going to see. So prescriptive, because a lot of people say, oh, this is prescriptive. And last year they were so happy. Oh, the 13-page guide, it's less prescriptive than the previous one in 2017. What the heck? Yeah. So, of course, prescriptive is an adjective relating to the imposition or enforcement of a rule or method. This is the Oxford General. It's not even like IT or Q whatever stuff that people built and interpret. No, this is like Oxford Dictionary. Okay, you're with me? Relating to the imposition or enforcement of a rule or method. These guidelines are not intended to be prescriptive. It's an example. Linguistic, attempting to impose rules, imposition of correct usage on the user of a language. A prescriptive grammar book, for instance. Prescriptive Scrum Guide? I don't know. Often contrasted with descriptive. And a variety of a title or institution for the prescriptive adjective, having become legally established or accepted by long usage of the passage of time, a prescriptive right of way, la la la. And the roots Arabic word for prescriptive is established by long-standing custom or usage. Is regular score at the bar and is prescriptive corner at the winter fireside. So if you use that adjective to say Scrum is prescriptive, and the last 25 years of this project management lean system that became product management type of system, we might say objectively, I have to agree, when we look at the clear definition from Oxford Dictionary, that in some ways, yes, Scrum is prescriptive. So I could see why my colleagues voted like Scrum is prescriptive. And we're going to see very soon how is the co-creator of Scrum, the one who kind of commercialized it, open source, by the way. When I say commercialize it, it's just like putting it, democratization it to many software development team back in the mid-90s. That was Ken Schreiber and helped and pushed by Mike Beadle. And for them, it's disruptive. Disruptive, why? Because disruptive, again, is an adjective, causing or tending to cause disruption. These hours of work are disruptive to my home life. Disruptive and delinquent children. Misfit. This is still the Oxford definition. Of a company or form of technology, they added probably, causing radical change in an existing industry or a market through being innovative, which is a great value of the Agile movement and the lean thinking. So as an example, breaking a disruptive technology into the market is never easy. Yes. And remember, the Scrum Guide of 2015, I think, the big one of 100 and I don't know many page, that they did, because after some years I went over. So it was opening like this. It was opening like, let's Scrum is easy to understand, but it's hard to apply. It will be never easy on the long way. So now the other word that I put into the ballot was restrictive, because this is a big criticism. A lot of people will confuse the prescription, maybe like Alistair Coburn made up with his martial art type of approach of CHOISI. For me, that's the thing. So the co-creator and Mike Beadle think that Scrum is disruptive in the sense that it's a lot of innovation, and it's require very delinquent behavior, very kind of rebel way we have to disrupt the market. We have to disrupt the way we're doing things to innovate. Most of people right now in the industry, they call it prescriptive, because if they don't apply the recipe at first, like in the CHOISI, when you're in a shoe moment, you would like to actually evolve into learning the thing purely, and then after you could start to bend the rule, and you become the master. Sorry about that, guys. Let's have we're live, so all blooper are welcome. All right. So restrictive, I put it there because a lot of people think they confuse the prescriptive moment of CHOISI, of learning process, to being restrict and becoming Scrum zombies or Scrum robots. So they will call Scrum is restrictive. And it's again an adjective, of course, and posing restriction or limitation on someone or some group, activity, or freedom. A lot of restrictive regulation. Don't you think this elephant in the room that all those fake people on LinkedIn don't want to talk about? Which is one of my colleagues don't even call it a pandemic anymore. He call it lockdowns. Anyways, that's another subject. Grammarly speaking, for restrictive, they add, and still Oxford Dictionary, of a relative clause or descriptive phrase serving to specify the particular instance or instances being mentioned. Okay. So guys, objectively, I could agree that we could say that Scrum is prescriptive if you are in the beginning cycle of your learning experience with the systems. How do you could learn if you don't? And we'll go see what Ken Schreiber have to say about it in his paper of 2006. So let's go see it right now. And you know what? I'm going to show you, because it's one of the things that you could expect to receive when you have with us when you have a workshop with us. We give you before or after, before sometime to prep you for those workshops, because yes, you have to come at our workshop prepare and the mindset with some kind of research from your own. And we are I don't know what's going on again. Sorry about this. So let's see. What is the co-master of Scrum? So do we see it now? Excellent. So Scrum is hard and disruptive. That was a 15 points short paper by Ken Schreiber in 2006. The way that probably to celebrate the 10 years of implementation of it. So what happened there is, I won't read you everything, and I will put the link to my Google Drive for you to download it for free. It's open source. It's only 2-page, 15 points. But just go over at least the kind of the introduction together to see the perception of being prescriptive and being disruptive. But so I could agree it's a combination of both. Of course, the Scrum passionate people like me, like Ken, like Mike, like Jeff probably and everything, we are thinking it's disruptive to create innovation and everything. But of course, as a teacher, not a coach, but as a teacher, or maybe a bit as a coach, we might, at the beginning, if we apply the kind of the CHOISI mindset, CHOISI of progression of learning, to make it easy for you and make it simple for you, we might start prescriptive. But very soon, if the team is, because remember, Scrum is very for high potential individual and team at first, okay? So this is why it's hard. So Ken Estella told us in 2006, and probably still evolve thinking now, Scrum is a framework for iterative, incremental development using cross-functional, self-managing teams. It is built on industry best practice. Okay, it's a bit conventional for my taste, but it's the whole man. Lean thinking and empirical process control. Have you seen Agile here? No, it's not. It's lean. Scrum is optimized for high yield product management and product development. You got it. Scrum is particularly appropriate for high risk, complex, and large projects and can be used when other parts of the endeavor are hardware or even waterfall development. So you see, there's already in the second point the openness. He's telling us right off the bat, and the equation of lean thinking and the agile integration of the user and the customer into the equation, that a system like Scrum will be a great framework practice and tooling systems for something with high risk, probably including financial high risk, complex and large project, because you'd like to see value and ROE very rapidly. And even put on the number 3, if waterfall suits current needs, continue using it. Oh, wow. So, and you tell me again, this is prescriptive and restrictive? Only for zombie Scrum Master who will create Scrum bots. And an enterprise can use Scrum as a tool to become the best product development and management organization in its market. Scrum will highlight every deficiency and impediment. Yes, the transparency that the enterprise has to the enterprise can fix them and, of course, change and tune into such an organization. So you see, I don't see anything prescriptive so far. Au contraire, I see a lot of openness. Don't know if you agree with that. But for me, just so far, those 3-4 points, it's clearly an opening that is disruptive. It's hard, it's transparent, and it's also inviting. Inviting, but you have to have it into context. If you do Scrum into a very simple, non-risky, very kind of boring environment, such as the bank and insurance company, unless they want to test new technology or new kind of customer experience and the digital realm. But then again, guys, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I am saying. You don't use those kind of system if you don't need to. And if you have a high-brainer, high-capable people, of course, you're going to win faster. So I'm starting to assume that in the broader community of pseudo-agilists on the net, on social media, those who write paper who are deceived or saying that it's restrictive, I am so sorry, guys, but it's not. It's a question of your mindset. It's the question of how do you really understand the power of Scrum as a system where you could tailor it and configure it, okay, to the needs and your context, whether of your team, of the interaction, okay. So that's the very important part. And for me, since I embarked, there were no guide. I had only that book. And great engineer, highly capable engineer, that kind of forced into me the junior Scrum Master back in 1999, early 2000, with the dot-com crash, into a company that were creating software simulation for the Space Agency of Canada, Europe, and United States. We were high-level risk, and nobody was believing in these kind of simulation software back then. They said, I want my instructor. I want my gymnast. I don't want to have a headset. And anyways, so, and I was barely never did like project management as an entrepreneur, of course, in my old company and photography and worldwide event. I was kind of project management. But here's the thing. A project manager, it's anyone with good organization and communication skills. Okay. And a Scrum Master, it's coaching skills and facilitation skills that you have to add on the two previous things that I'm talking to you about. So again, all these waste of time online about Scrum Master versus Agile Coach fail. If you are implementing and using Scrum and bending it, tailoring it in a disruptive and hard way, you better get yourself a coach that we call a Scrum Master. The process driver, the one who will entice you, okay? So, and as I was looking for the definition in my Oxford dictionary, I said, like, why not go to Agile and Agility, and of course, for those who have an English, like Agility. So I said, like, let's go, and especially when we all know that Agile is also an adjective, motherfucker. Yes, this is not a name. You cannot brand it and sell it. And don't tell me, oh, Agile Lounge is a brand. Yeah, well, Agile Lounge, the mindset I implicated is branded, but not Agile, of course. I'm using it like it's a lounge Agile to learn into a comfy way, into an innovative way with music, with Earth's music, okay? To help you retain the knowledge and the practical knowledge that you do into a nice environment, creating a nice, filthy, loungy environment. So Agile, according to Oxford still, adjective, 1, able to move quickly and easily. And they give an example of an athlete. Ruth was agile as a monkey at the gym. Able and also able to think and understand quickly. Michael have enough of his vague manager, and he decided to conceal it into an agile mind. Think. 2, relating to or denoting a method of project management. So, of course, this is a classical, it's Oxford. Used especially for software development that is characterized by the division of tasks into short phases of work and frequent reassessment and adaptation of plans. They go on with the objective definition into the Oxford Dictionary. I'm reading you right now. Agile methods replace high-level design with frequent redesign, contrasted with the waterfall classical approach. Kind of like that as a starter. And what I note into the Oxford Dictionary, so they were referring to the late Middle English via the French from Latin of agilis, from agere, do. To be or to do agile? I don't know. And how is agility defined by Oxford? Agility, it's a noun. It's the ability to move quickly and easily, okay? The ability to think and understand quickly. Period. Okay? And they also mention it's a high-end coordination and alertness of moving fast and to adapt faster. And agilely, it's an adverb. But I don't think like maybe the very, very native British English will use it. So, my friends, on this beautiful Friday, November the 5th, remember that Scrum is hard and disruptive first. It could be prescriptive in the way that we saw it into some kind of learning process, utilizing the martial art process of CHOISI that I tested myself. I used myself a lot, and that was kind of great to use this. And so that was my objective point today. I wanted to make. And if you'd like to know more about what's coming, go to agilelounge.com for more about everything that touch business agility, conscious leadership, open space agility, Scrum, of course. I got everything there on my site. And the upcoming also Next Level Agility will be there. Again, if you're new to this channel, I really appreciate to support the channel with subscribing. I'm talking about my YouTuber right now, and hit the bell. That will be very helpful to me. And as I'm doing the Movember and also the Brother of Sacred Art for Panier Noël, anyways, to help the poor of Montreal getting a great meal and Christmas. Your PayPal and Bitcoin are welcome. All the links are in the description of the video on YouTube, and you could also contact me on LinkedIn or Twitter to have more information on how you could donate. And if you'd like also my registered of PayPal account when I give the money to the Movember Canadian Association, as well as the Sacred Brother, the Sacred Heart of Jesus Brothers for the Christmas gift to the poor. So I don't have anything to say about it, but for me, the end result is what we could, the takeaways from this beautiful Friday Live Agile today is Scrum is hard and disruptive because it require high capable people, because it's for highly effective people that you will need to help you beat the market, with whether it's time to market in terms of being fast, or whether it is to be how could I call it, to create something. Like when we say time to market, for me, I prefer to say, like, if you want to be innovative, it's because you think you get something, you get a solution to propose and to show up in the world, and you want to be the first to have it. So all the concept of incremental development and the definition of done that will surely include these kind of MVP. This is no buzzword. This is really a concept to help you be the first. And my greatest example, again, is the iPhone. All right. If Steve Jobs had waited to a better completion of the acceptance criteria and their definition of done without being agile and adaptive, maybe Samsung would have been the first to propose a kind of a touch screen and also all the component of having a powerful computer into your hand with more than 1,000 songs and everything. So you see, sometimes I think the agile values and principles are there to help you make decisions, and those decisions should help you create those patterns, those framework, and those methods that you'll need to be the first on the market with something, to be the real McCoy, like the Bitcoin. And speaking of Bitcoin and all of these things, the upcoming show, we have a lot of subjects, especially suggested by my 4,000 and growing subscriber to the Dare Real Agile podcast. I thank you so much. By the way, the last one I did in English, like into the post again, like these kind of stupidity of LinkedIn and Medium, of people screaming and crying about all of these systems that are the modern that are the future of management. Huh? But of course, people don't like change, or they think they are smarter than anyone who would like to co-create those beautiful formats. So anyways, so we're going to stop a little bit on this subject because I would like to be more like positive and to activation. So we are going to talk about, we're going to come back about these greater reset, these people reset, and all of this mindset of the neo-governance and the open leadership that next level agility will propose. So we're going to come through the Christmas time and period time. So expect the next upcoming Friday to be a bit more and a lot more constructive, sharing ideas of developing things. And of course, maybe we're gonna have a glimpse of where I am in my 90-day Scrum of Sabine, and I hope to have her on the show. I'm also have a lineup. Marina Alex she's invited to come to the mic of the Dairy Agile, but it will, as I said, every one Friday out of 4, it's the recording live of the podcasts. So we might have some surprise guests also coming up. And by the way, yes, I don't have it ready with me, but give thanks to Scrum, 13 annual Give Thanks to Scrum with Ken Schraber, Jeff Shutterland, Daniel Mizik, and many more. Dan Lefebvre from Boston, co-organized by Agile Boston, and let's go see it right away. It's because I really like to. It's virtual this year, unfortunately, and that will be a great day. It's November the 23rd, just prior to Thanksgiving, just the day before our secret speakeasy Scrum beer. I've got 3 places left now, so for those who receive the invitation for interest, you better cast your present now, because I'm telling you, as a private event, yes, we are doing it speakeasy. We are disruptive. We are delinquent, according to these rules of whatever, the elephant in the room that we cannot speak. But nevertheless, for me, it's important to, whether it's a pandemic or not, if you're sick, stay the fuck home. And I have to limit the number of people in the private venue. Okay, this is very important for me to have this this respect of each other, and not because of the sickness that take all the attention, but truly about any sickness or anything. And so I would like to restrict it to a maximum 15 people. And as I said, according to the numbers right now, only 3 places are left for the Scrum Beer Speak Easy over a private place in the West Island. So subscribe. You're going to receive, like the old rave back in the day, you're going to receive an SMS 24 hours prior with the address to join us. And you bring your own wine or beer, and the venue will have spirits for $3 to $5 in donation. Okay, and most of those donations will go also to the Movember and the Sacred Car, the Brother of the Sacred Art. So let's. Oh my God, this is okay. Innovate on one end and then devaluate on the other end. So the 13th annual Give Thanks for Scrum, here it is. I really invite you. We'll put the link again in the description. So it's going to be amazing day, all day long conference. Okay, with Jeff Shutterland, David West, the CEO of Scrum.org. Actually, Danielle, if you're listening, did you omit Scrum.org when you call out Scrum Alliance, Agile Alliance, and others? Anyways, that's a twinkle, and you'll be more than welcome to discuss it openly with me, and to a special thing about your calling out and what's the follow-up of it. I'd like to do on it. And of course, Christian Rejmis and many others will present there the best-selling book, The Zombie Scrum Survival Guide. Yes, because of course, if you have coaches and consultants out there that make it very prescriptive and restrictive, of course, you're going to create a horde of zombie, and this is not good. Daniel Mizik, that I just called out, the co-author of Inviting Leadership and the originator of the Open Space agility, and the author of Culture Game will be there. Dan Lefebvre, my favorite guy from the early age of my Scrum journey. We are talking about 2003-4. So is the executive Scrum coach at Scrum Inc. Love him. And Peter Fishback that I just met into Open Leadership conference last summer. Very nice guy. Executive coach also and producer of the Scrum Day Germany event. So that's going to be an amazing. It's only about like $60 US. And so it's really an invitation. I will be there. And let's see if there's people in Montreal or surrounded that would like to come to the Agile Lounge. We could do a kind of a watch party as well. Who knows? Yes, I just have this idea right now. But of course, I will ask you to get your tickets to encourage the organizer and to pay everything. So anyways, that was it. So let's, before closing the show, I didn't see anyone in the main chat, but let's go everywhere we are. Is there anything on Twitter? No, Twitter, they're not necessarily. And what about my folks on this LinkedIn by Microsoft? 3 new follower, amazing. But is there something in the chat? No. That's funny. There's people just subscribe. Oh, there's comment, but no, that was Anna with me. So okay, guys. So well, anyways, you could watch the replay. Of course, LinkedIn, keep it for 90 days. The best viewership experience, it's on my growing YouTube channel for now. So join me. All the link will be in every last comment on the other platform. And the pinned link will include the Give Thanks to Scrum link to get your tickets and many other valuable information to follow up, including this little paper of 15 points wrote by Ken Schraber back in 2006 that you could use as a spark to switch from prescriptive to disruptive, isn't it? So I thank you very much, guys. I wish you a beautiful weekend. Remember that we are going back in North America into the winter time. Yes. Remove 1 hour from your clock starting in the overnight of Saturday and Sundays. And happy 13 years of the white paper of Bitcoin again. And remember, you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you are free to be whoever you want it to be. And on that, you could take your free discovery session with me, and let's walk the talk of your dream. Cheers. I said cheers. What do you say, guys?